Let's move over to the story next. The ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula will today address the media. He is expected to communicate the outcomes of the National Working Committee meeting, which was held on Monday. For more on this, let's now speak to our reporter, Samkele Maseko. Samkele, good morning, and thank you so much for making time for us. What do we expect from this press briefing considering the NWC meeting? Do we expect at all that there would be any response from the NWC with regards to the Phala report that was released by the Public Protector last week?
Indeed, Aldrin, the ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula will outline the decisions or the recommendations of the ANC's National Working Committee, which will go to this weekend's National Executive Committee, the highest decision-making body of the governing party. They will definitely respond to the Acting Public Protector, Advocate Gcalega's report on the Phala shenanigans involving President Ramaphosa, where no evidence of wrongdoing, no evidence of him breaking his oath of office was found, and no evidence of him benefiting through remuneration from the Phala farm was found. That will be highly anticipated from the Secretary-General of the ANC, who has briefly responded to this issue, saying that they are very happy that their president has been exonerated from this issue of those dollars that were found in his Phala farm. We've also seen comments from the likes of Samkele Maseko, the former Ekurhuleni ANC regional chairperson and now ANC NWC member, saying that they are welcoming this particular report as the ANC, which clears that particular dark cloud as they head towards the 2024 general election. But this National Working Committee of the ANC will also outline the agenda of this weekend's National Executive Committee meeting of the ANC, where the Integrity Commission of the party is expected to table those reports on Phala and also table the report on digital vibes involving Dr. Zwelini Mkhize, but also look extensively at how the Minister of Electricity, Dr. Kgosientsho Ramokgopa, has increased the energy availability factor within the country to reduce the schedule of load shedding.
And Samkele, is it clear as yet how the ANC will approach this matter around the Phala, also considering that there are some members of the ANC NWC and members of the party, senior members of the party, who are essentially rejecting almost the acting public protector's report? I'm reminded now of the tweet from Andile Lungisa, who said that, I just finished reading the acting PP's report on Phala. Even my 8-year-old son Cuba won't approve of it. And we know that the ANC has tried to come up with a social media policy on who speaks on issues relating to current affairs.
What we do know is that the Secretary-General of the ANC has laid down the law to those ANC NWC members and said that if anyone disagrees with the Phala report by the Acting Public Protector, Advocate Gcalega, they have the legal prescripts to take that particular report on legal review. We've not yet seen whether Mbanjwa and Andile Lungisa will be taking this particular report on legal review. We do know that Democratic Alliance has expressed an opinion and a view that this report must be taken on legal review. We do know that the Economic Freedom Fighters are also considering that particular route. But those ANC NWC members internally, they've not yet expressed their opinions publicly. We do know that in the ANC, they always say that one message, many voices. One wonders how the Secretary-General of the ANC, Fikile Mbalula, and the Deputy Secretary-General, that would be Nomvula Mokonyane, and Marupino Ramokgopa, the second DSG, will be dealing with this particular matter of Andile Lungisa. But very few ANC NWC members have been bold enough to speak openly against this particular report. I have spoken to some of them. Some of them are saying that they suspect that the PP may have been threatened. That is Advocate Gcalega. There's no evidence to that accord at this point in time. We've seen Andile Lungisa's public comments on this particular matter, but other detractors of the president in the National Executive Committee, your likes of Lindiwe Sisulu, your likes of Bathabile Dlamini, your likes of Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, your likes of Supra Muhammapelo, they've not yet spoken out on this particular matter.
A final one, you mentioned there that Dr. Kgosientsho Ramokgopa is also expected at least to, and this is now with the NEC meeting that is coming up, to speak on the issue around electricity. Is it known at all whether the Minister of Mineral Resources, Gwede Mantashe, will also be touching on this matter, considering what he has mentioned, that the West is trying to use Africa as a conduit?
It will definitely be touched upon. The Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, Gwede Samson Mandashe, is the national chairperson of the ANC and ultimately will be wrapping up that particular meeting. He will be chairing it. He will be influencing on whatever decisions are taken by the National Executive Committee. He was part and parcel of the ANC NEC meeting that was at Esalen Park that resolved that they will not be dumping fossil fuels. They will not be dumping the base load of coal, but they will be supplementing that base load of coal with renewable energy, whether it's wind, whether it's solar, whether it's nuclear, and also he's also been able to pass through and getting the governments to procure those ships, those 3 ships from Power Ships, a Turkish company that will help in order to generate those megawatts of electricity into the South African grid. So he has also been able to get some of what he wants when it comes to the energy trajectory of the country and also keeping the base load of coal, which will also help his allies, his core constituency within the ANC, which is the National Union of Mine Workers, which is largely operating within the coal belt of Mpumalanga, in getting that coal to go to coal-powered power stations within the country. Alden, just last year, South Africa was able to export about 60 million tons of coal to those international markets that they have been working for. But Gwede Mantashe is saying, why should we export our coal when we can also use it? Taking, for instance, Germany. Germany has had to go back and reopen their own coal-powered stations because of the electricity shortage that they are facing within Germany and solar energy not being that reliable. You also go to China. China has built in the past 3 years about 8 new coal-powered stations that they are also importing coal from South Africa, which we are exporting to them. You go to Europe. Europe is building one of the biggest ever coal-powered stations within the world, which many people have said that Europe is now going against the climate change agreements that were agreed upon in COP22.
Thank you so much for your time, Samkele Maseko, the SABC News reporter. And in the next few minutes, we expect that press briefing to start. According to the media advisory from the ANC, the press briefing is supposed to start at around 10:30.